Right then, if you watch this channel, there's a good chance you're interested in British steam since 1900, and so I have a book recommendation for you, and that book is British Steam since 1900. Now, it's worth mentioning before this video that this book, although it has been written incredibly well and very clearly, it does assume that you already know the difference between a driving wheel and a coupled wheel, and you know that a boiler has flue pipes going through it, and those flue pipes might have superheater elements inside, and it also assumes that you know what a regulator and a reverser and an injector do. So if any of what I've just said confused you, or you didn't understand it, this book maybe isn't for you and you should read something else. But if you did know all about that and you're still interested, then carry on watching the video. You can buy this book on Amazon or eBay or something quite cheaply, or at anywhere really. Maybe get a car boot sale. Chances are probably not. But I bought this for £1 from Keighley-on-Worth Valley Railway. Keighley-on-Worth Valley. Can't remember that one. You probably know the one I mean. So I bought it on a table. It's full of second-hand books, and it's really good. It's probably the best £1 I've ever spent on a book, which is quite a thing for this book to be able to claim. So I'm just going to show you inside it. It's full of diagrams like this that you could spend hours, if you're like me, just looking at and dissecting and just getting your head around it. It's full of diagrams like this, and when I opened this book at Keighley-on-Worth Valley Railway, I saw that diagram and I thought, oh, I've got to buy this. It's absolutely brilliant. Those are all sorts of different pieces of valve gear. So we've got Stephenson's, Joy, Walsh Arts. I mean, you can read this for yourself, but that one in the middle. Yep, you probably need to know about that if you're interested in Mallard and the A4. And here, loads more diagrams. More diagrams. I think my cat's just woken up because of all the noise I'm making, but oh well. Here's some diagrams, come on focus, about different fireboxes you get in shapes of fireboxes, which is also interesting. I remember read this about a year ago now, so I don't remember everything that's in it, so I had a quick flick through first. I mean, look at that. That is a brilliant diagram to just stare at. It's absolutely amazing. Everything labelled, everything, so if you don't know what something does, just look at the number, go on and find it. It's that. So, very good. And then it's got loads and loads of pictures in the middle. Obviously, I hope I'm not showing you too much. I shouldn't get done for copyright. No one watches these videos. There's some more stuff about the what's it called? The Crosty. That's it. The Crosty boilers that were tried on the 9Fs, but they, spoiler alert, there weren't actually much use on the 9Fs because the 9Fs were already brilliant. So they ended up abandoning that experiment. And in the back, loads and loads of dimensions of all sorts of different classes of locomotive that you can look at or not. So really, the amount of information you get for your £1 or your £2 or £3, including postage, for this book, really is amazing. And so I really do recommend it for the rail enthusiast who already knows all the basics. So you might want to give that a try. But if you like steam locomotives, there's also a chance you'll like aviation, and if you like aviation, there's a good chance you'll like military aviation. And the most interesting period for military aviation is, of course, the Second World War. And what a major part of military aviation in the Second World War was bombing. If you want to know what an RAF bomber pilot's life was like, you read Enemy Coast Ahead by Guy Gibson. Vuk. Yeah. Give that a go. So, if you don't know about Guy Gibson, he was an RAF bomber pilot. He was already in service with the Air Force when war broke out, and he started off flying Handley Page Hamptons, and then he went on to Manchester's briefly. No, he didn't. He went on to Beaufighters to be a night fighter pilot briefly, and then he went on to Manchester's and then Lancasters and Mosquitoes after that. I'm not sure. But this book goes from the 1st of September 1939 all the way to, I think, the 17th or 18th of May 1943. And of course, Guy Gibson led the famous Dam Buster raids. And it's a very humorous and well-written book. I got this for a couple of there's a picture of him there. Very humorous, well-written book. Very, very informative. And I really cannot recommend it enough. There's a big list of all the men who died in the squadrons he served in. So, started from 29 Squadron with the Hamptons, then 106, which was his first command. Started off with Manchester's and then Lancaster's, then the famous 617 Squadron. And so it is a lot of text, but the text is good. It's good text. It's very, very informative. Bits of it are very funny. But again, with British themes since 1900, it does assume that you know the basics about lots of different aircraft, some quite obscure. I had to look some up. And it does assume that you know the basics of everything. So if you're completely new to the topic, read something else or watch some YouTube videos about it, preferably not mine. And then you can give this book a go. My favourite page in this book, though, is the page that shows you all of the members of the original Squadron X, or 617 Squadron, when it was first formed. There. It's not very picture or diagram heavy, which is a good thing, because it leaves more room for the informative text. But, anyway. There are two very cheap books that you can get second-hand off the internet, or wherever, really, that might be of interest to you. Right. I'll leave you to go and buy them now.